everybody, it's Susan, and it's time to plant our garden. Today I'm going to be doing the raised bed garden and the green stalk that you see right there. I'm also going to be doing my herb garden and some planters that I have already. And then I'm also going to be doing my raised bed, which goes all the way around my pool. So come along with me while we get this planted. Before you even begin to plant, you need to plan. You need to plan where you're going to be planting what, how many things you're going to need, and how far apart you need to plant them. So I have quite a few tomato plants right there. Right there's my yellow squash, my zucchini squash. This is my Greek oregano. Those are different types of peppers. Chives. In the middle is bell peppers, and on the sides are jalapenos. My rosemary. I've got some lavender to plant in my planters, and some basil. Still didn't get everything I wanted to plant and fill. Now it's time to unstack the green stalk and the herb stalk and start planting. Last year I did not mix my soils, and this year I've decided I'm going to. I didn't have as good of a yield as I wish I had of last year. So right here is gardening soil, Miracle-Gro gardening soil. The next item you're going to see me put in is called Foodie Fresh. It is a potting soil that has a lot of nutrients in it. And then the last bag is just potting soil from Miracle-Gro. And between the three of those, hopefully it's going to give me a better yield than I had last year with just some potting soil. And in my raised bed garden, I have 3 different types of soil product also. I went online to verify how far apart I needed to plant my squash and zucchinis, and it said between 12 to 15 inches. So if you see that digging tool beside the plants, that is in between 12 and 15 inches. So I'm using it as my marker while I am planting each of the plants to make sure that they're far enough apart. Okay, I have the squash planted and the zucchini planted. Now all I need left is the tomatoes. Got them positioned where I want them. Now to plant them. Okay, everything is planted in the raised bed. I do have markers to let me know what each thing is. And the tomatoes, although they're all different, have their markers on them. And they're a little bit closer together than the zucchini and squash, because zucchini and squash do spread out quite a bit. But they're all ready to roll. Last year was the first year that I used a green stalk and an herb stalk. The herb stalk comes with 15 different spots. And then the green stalk comes with 6 levels of 6, so 36. And I did get the trellises that go on the green stalk so that anything that needed some support would have that. But right here you can see the herb stalk. It has a little layer underneath where the water can get, and it doesn't oversaturate the plants, because then it leaks down into the next layer once it gets so much water in it. And they do seem to do really well in this little herb stalk. When planting certain plants in planters, you need to take into consideration how large the plant is going to become. rosemary here does become decently big, such as basil. Basil can get really big also. And I planted all three in just separate planters because I feel like that the herb stalk wasn't going to give it enough room to grow, and they need a little more room to spread out. I cleaned all of my pieces for my green stalk. Make sure that all the holes, that drip holes, are clean. That way the water can go through each level. And it's now completely apart, and I actually don't have enough plants to put in it. I've got to go to the store and get more. And on the green stalk, you line up the weep holes to match where each of the plants is. And then you put it over the bottom, the hole in the middle, push it down, and now you're ready for the next stack to go on. Okay, I now have everything planted. Y'all saw pretty much this. I have added a few other things like a watermelon bush right there. But I did get my tomatoes caged. So all of them are caged. And I've been watering them every day to keep them looking as good as they are right now. Here are the lettuce mixes that I got at the front of one of my videos. Look how big they've gotten. Lol. And then we have one of my jasmine bushes right there. And some tulips of some sort coming up. And my rosemary. And here is my green stalk. I wound up doing romaine lettuce on that, and then spinach on the bottom. And came out here the other day looking at all these extra peppers, and look, I already have little peppers going on, and little strawberries already starting to bloom and grow. And here is my herb garden with the oregano on top, all the other stuff, and I finally found some dill to plant, and my basil plants. Try raised bed gardening. You just have to make sure that you've got a good soil ratio, and then get some plants that like that specific type of grow, and see what all you can do. I'll give you updates whenever everything starts blooming.